Hey, welcome to this episode of Scrap Your Choppers. We're going to be building figure 8, demolition derby, and bump and run cars. Really, we're building 2 cars, but all these cars can do the same thing. They're gut and go style cars. Let's get started with my car first. 2002 Impala. It's in great shape. No rust at all. That's weight reduction. Straight out of a barn. Yeah, it's really rusty actually. Are the floors any good? My foot didn't go through My foot didn't go through the floor, so that's good. Honestly, the interior is in pretty good shape in this car. It's really dirty, obviously, but I mean, the dash crad's not cracked. None of that down there's cracked. The seat has some wear, but it's not worn through. The other seats look pretty good. I might try to save on some of that stuff. Normally, I just start ripping and tearing. I take a freaking spud bar and a hammer, and I just start ripping everything out. There is some good parts on this car. Like this bumper cover is in really good shape. The hood's actually in really good shape too. Might see if someone needs this, I could trade for a crappier hood. But yeah, like the mirrors are in good shape. Tail section's all in good shape. So tearing this one apart isn't going to be as fun as I would like it to be. Basically, if I want to make a little extra money. It's always something you should think about when you're having demolition derby cars. Especially like older cars, you can't get parts for these anymore at the junkyard. Someone out there's probably looking for it. So do yourself a favor. Take some pictures before you start tearing apart. Throw it up on Facebook Marketplace. Say you're parting it out. Never know what could happen. Could end up paying for the car plus, your entry fee for your derby. So the plan of this car is figure 8 and then derby in it. And it has my favorite motor ever in it. Are you ready? 3800 goodness. Great torque, really fast. Turning, yeah, but really fast in a straight line. I'm gonna tell you right now, I've blown up every single one of these I've ever had. See how this one does. Only has 130 on it. Runs really good. I'd start it up but the battery's dead. So I'm actually gonna do something that I normally wouldn't do first on a derby car. I'm gonna wash it. Main thing because it's really dirty, so leaning on it and doing everything, you just get covered in dirt. Might as well make it a little better. Bam! Rebuilt car. Ready for Craigslist pictures and everything. Look at how shiny it is. It's still wet. Those rims cleaned up pretty decent, actually. Not great. This one back here is pretty not good. Yeah, I got a little out of control washing it. But here's my idea, right? I want to paint this car black and silver like my first car. This car's already black. So just do the top part silver and then leave it this black. And I'll buff and polish out the black so it looks like a freaking perfect car. Well, cover the rust up with some black spray paint. So from the grandstands, you're going to be like, wow, it's a really nice car. No. This is going to be professionally Craigslist rebuild. But, like I said, we're selling parts off this car. So I figured to get those rims clean, get this stuff halfway decent so I can take pictures of it. That's just like the little things you got to do. You can't just leave a car look covered in dust like this and try to sell it. People are going to be like, what the heck? This ain't no 65 Impala. This is a 2002 Impala. It's a piece of junk, but it has some good parts. So I think I'm going to start pulling this front bumper cover off. Alright, we got the car mostly stripped out. Amazingly enough, it has floors. I don't understand how. They're like, all there. Look, it's got a sunroof, so I can do this. Crazy. It has floors. So next, we're going to get TJ's car stripped. And then we're going to get started on roll cages. We're actually going to start this thing up for the first time with the exhaust cut out. Because that's the most important thing about a derby car. It better be dang loud. Or you're doing it wrong. go. Both cars are stripped. TJ's pulling out a couple last things. Nice and cleaned out. This car amazingly has floors in it. I don't remember if I said that or not. I did actually. So, like, gun go MWFA or whatever this class is. We're gonna run a bar in the driver's door, a bar behind the seat, and maybe a bar in the passenger door in this car. I'm not even too worried about it. Really, if it just goes from the bar over to the door. The biggest thing is just to keep this part of the car from being crushed in on me. Whatever we gotta do to do it. So, the only door you're allowed to go into is the driver's door. So if we put a bar on the passenger side, it has to be on the inside. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna come in here and we're gonna cut it above and below it, and then kind of bend this all out and just slam the door on it basically. And then we'll weld this to maybe to the door, just to help keep it closed. And then back here, this is a little too close to me, so we're gonna bash this all in, at least to here, so this bar is over more. So I got room, plenty of room to shove a cushion down in there. So TJ right now is doing that, and then he's gonna start working on this door bar. I'm actually gonna attempt to try to fix the brakes in this car by capping off the rear brakes. We're just gonna run front brakes, which is the complete opposite of what you wanna do for a figure 8/ bump and run car. You really just wanna run rear brakes. I'm not running no new brake lines in the back of this car because it's not worth it. So we're just gonna send it. Yeah, right there's perfect. Backward. Huh? Flip it over. Are you just cutting it to hammer it, or are you gonna cut it all out?
I'm just cutting it to see if I can smack it in.
Okay.
Save on grinding disc. Yeah, I might have to slip that. Cause it's gotta go all the way back across on it.
Yeah, it's gotta go all the way through. What I found is how strong they are. If you just cut it real close to the size of the pipe and then hit it in, you've got plenty of grinding discs. Cut it all the way to the flange.
Huh?
Cut it all the way, like you.
I got it on this side.
Yeah, on the back side. I mean, that's good.
I don't feel comfortable on that one.
Huh?
That was bouncing too much.
Yeah, flip it the other way and do it. You want it always to point down when you're doing that. So like you were pointing it up, so it's trying to kick it down.
Where's the pry bar?
I don't know.
Maybe it'll pop. I don't know. Didn't even get halfway through that.
Here, let me show you. Hold camera. Pointing at what I'm doing. I'm over here. See how I didn't like try to push it or force it. I just kind of let the grinder do the work, and then it's the way it's pointing, so the blade's going down. You always got to watch which way your blade's going. You mostly want to go like this away from you when you're cutting like this. So if it kicks, it's gonna drive it away from you. Same thing down here. Because when you're cutting towards you, first off, you're throwing sparks at you. Second off, it's gonna fight you. The grinder always tell you which way it wants to go by the way it feels. If it's like bouncing, how it is, I think you might have been pushing too hard. I know you haven't been cutting stuff for very long. Safety glasses. Safety third. So you can get to the point where you can hear the grinder, and when it starts like bogging down or whatever, that's when you know you're about to catch. Let's see, we're gonna do a little test fit. That should actually be pretty good. Now we're gonna try to smash it with the door. Just let it hit the seatbelt, it's fine. You can always adjust it after you get the front part done. Or I can tack weld it in. We cut that front a little more. Oh yeah, this car reeks. I don't know if I mentioned that. I think I have mentioned it. This car literally reeks, and it's terrible smelling. It's bad. It's real bad. Be glad you don't have smell-o-vision. More. Just super strong. Pull. You wanna load the front off? Yeah, at least tack it in. Now this car isn't gonna be around for very long, so we don't need to go nuts welding anything together here, because this bar is gonna be sandwiched up into here. We don't have to go nuts. Like I said, we're gonna have to pull it back apart because I'd like to get the bars back out of this if it's possible. So all I'm gonna do is hold it up like that, and then I'm throwing a really nice big tack weld right there. And then we'll sandwich the door shut and then weld across the top of the door. So really all this is gonna do is keep that there while we shut the door. And then once the door's shut and these are all welded together, it'll be plenty strong. Alright, tack weld number 1. Come on. So up here is going to be really easy to cut to get this bar out. I'm going to weld it across here. Maybe throw a little one on the bottom where I can. Really the strength is going to be in this bar of that piece going to there. And this weld across here will keep it from trying to fold. there we go. It's really trying. Here, how long we push on this? It's gonna go up. Ready? Set, go.
Gotta go up like a 1/4 inch. Hey, you try pushing up on that with your gloves when I push.
Yeah, I was thinking about hitting the lower part down more. That might help. Push.
Move over to its side. No?
It's so close.
I'm trying to push up while I'm kicking.
We're lined up now. It's just gonna get pushed close.
Alright, ready?
Go. Keep going.
Stopping it. The bottom of the door's stopping it or not.
Come on. So close. What the hell is that?
Is it latched already?
It's in the latch. Ratchet strap? Huh? Want to ratchet strap it? Go around the door. Pull it. Go over there. Now we have to grab one.
Ah,
Did it break the latch?
no. It's fucking already done.
It's already down. Well, that'll stop it from closing. Get it. It's closed all the way. There you go. It's good. It's good. Easy on my paint. Gotta buff that out later. Sorry, driver's door bar's in. So it's not welded in a bunch of places. Got a nice weld back here. The bar that goes back here, now from here over to there, is what really holds this bar in place. And that and it being up front. That's all the strength. We're not in NASCAR. We're not doing 300 miles an hour. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just good enough. So, so back when we put on the next bar, I gotta see what we can do with this driver's door so I know what to do next there. We gotta look at the rules. Yay, rules. Oh yeah, there it is. Alright, this bar's in. One more to go. Right here. Sorry, that bar's in, as you've seen. We got this bar straight up and down. It's not welded to the floor because you're not supposed to weld it to the floor. So we got this bar that kicks over here that helps hold it. And we got this bar that goes from the B pillar back. Show you another angle on it. It's not welded to the door because it's not supposed to be, but it's moved back because I'm a big guy and the seats move back. So everything kind of is where it has to be. We got sunroof covered. We got this easy little battery box I cut out of another car. I just welded it on the top here. So we just come in, cut, peel this back out, put it in the next car. Battery cable ran. All we do for the battery cable, that's an old speaker or amp cable. Comes up here and it's actually bolted to the stock battery cable. Quick, easy way to do it. We don't have to do anything with the ground because this ground wire goes right here to the frame. So as long as the battery is grounded to the same spot, which it is, everything should work fine. So all that's left to do on this car is a window bar and then fix the brakes, which we're going to JB weld because it's a little tiny hole in one line. I'm just curious if this will work. So put the JB weld on it, see if it'll work. I'll break it back in when she's painted and done. We're not going to worry too much about TJ's car. We just have to get it done at this point. We got 2 days to the Derby, well, figure 8, and tomorrow is a nice long full day of work, so we only got a few hours after work, and same thing on Tuesday. So I'm going to get some welding wire. I'll show you this car when it's done. So as I was editing this video, I didn't tell you how much money I actually made off car parts from that car. I sold all the seats for $100. Yes, the seat that you've seen sparks raining down on, you know, yeah, that plus all the rest of the seats, $100. I got $80 for the rims. Had really crappy tires. Figured 20 bucks a piece was worth it. Supposedly someone's coming to buy the front bumper. I don't know, we'll see what happens. But just taking a little time, taking some things off, made me 180 bucks. Plus sponsorship and all that, all my racing was paid for. Always hustle when you're derbying. There's always somebody out there willing to help you. Make sure you take really good care of them. They want you to put their name on the car. Make it look good. Don't just half-ass spray paint some stuff on. I know a lot of people aren't artistic or whatever. If you just take a little bit of time doing it, you could make some stuff look a lot better than you think you can. Maybe draw it on with a Sharpie and then paint it so you know where you're going. And you can space it all out because a lot of people start painting and then get to the end of where they're at and realize they didn't have enough room. That's what I'm talking about. Taking a little more time. Make your sponsors feel really good for what they do for you. Always help them back. And take your time taking a car apart. You could definitely make some money. Also, JB welding a brake line did not work. We tried. I ended up just welding the brake line shut. Oh, back to past me. Alright, car's done. Check this paint job out. I think it turned out pretty sweet. Michael's Auto Salvage up here. My business there. Of course, representing the YouTube channel. Got Jason Wilford for state representative. TGM Painting. And of course for my grandma Lisa. TJ cars all done too. Got Backus Auto, Jason Wilford, Randy's Auto, or Randy's Service. This car is built the same way mine is. Got a bar behind the seat. Bar in each door. Move the battery. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. Make sure you stick around for the next one where we're actually racing these cars. And I'll see you next time. God bless you. And here's that video if it's already been posted. If not, here's another one. Check it out.